can make fun of yourself, then you're not that serious. So it opens up,
Exactly.
people.
I think
Yeah.
I do that more often, especially because, like, working in the bar, I heard so much that people, before they spoke to me, they thought that I would be a stuck up. So I try and, like, cut that notion really quick just by, like, making a joke about, like, my Dumbo ears or, like, anything. Because it's things that I always grew up hearing, and that was something that my grandma always told me. She's like, if you just beat them to the punch, like, what are they going to say?
That's a good idea. I never
I know, right?
actually thought about that. But yeah, it's the same idea, different executions, because you like beat them to the punch of like your biggest insecurities. With me, I don't know, I go for jokes that are so unexpected. At work, I would be so put together always, so then people think that I'm stuck up, right? Like my hair wouldn't, not a single hair would be out of place, whatever. And I would just say like, "Oh, I'm so clumsy today. I just spilled coffee on my uniform," and they'd be like, it's like out of left field. Like this person couldn't spill coffee, or something like that. But yeah, it's really nice to find your people. Is what I'm taking from this, because Kiwi, who's going to join me tomorrow, as we talk about our friendship history, that's how we found each other too, is through dark humor, where it comes out of nowhere, and you'd be like, oh my god, he's one of my people, like he would
Mm-hmm.
get. And it's just so amazing. And obviously I wanted to, for the people who are listening to this right now, like I want them to I want to give them a background of how we actually became friends. Like it's
It's odd.
really,
It's
yeah, like
very odd.
it's very odd, kind of like almost creepy in a way that it's like
Mm-hmm.
full circle moments, that the universe is almost like conspiring so that you get to this, like we get to talk now at this very moment, because we met on TikTok. And
Mm-hmm.
you're TikTok famous.
That's
um
that's very
how did you get
gratuitous.
to that? How did you even start? Like it's so, like even for me, like I know it's so hard for me to grow exponentially. But I feel like for people like you, like it comes so easily.
I so you and I have talked about this before, how, like,
Mm.
I started with just, like, reviewing makeup and skincare on this app. And it was only because I got like 30% off if I bought from them. So I didn't expect anything to get, like, to come out
It's
of it.
only
Like, you got
something that I would do.
it's I'm such a cheapskate. Like, I'm a cheapskate to where it's like it's embarrassing. And I'm like, 30% off. Okay, I'm not going to go to Ulta or Target anymore. I'm just going to buy through them. Like I said, you get, so on that app you get paid for views and you get commission. But I, at that point, I was so sick of, like, I value the influencer and, like, the makeup artist and the dermatologist, but, like, in reality, we're all different, and what works for one person isn't going to work for all. So I was
Mm.
like, I'm just going to buy stuff and I'm just going to be brutally honest. And a lot of people really loved it, and it started to grow, and I started hosting live shows on that app, and a lot of people were like, I wish we could see you, like, on TikTok or on Instagram.
Mm.
And I was like, I'm not really much of the social media person, but I started seeing, like, people were connecting with me through more than just makeup and skincare, because
Mm.
I would be very vulnerable and I'd be like, I'm going to do a super bougie skincare routine today because I have a migraine and I feel like shit. So I started doing it on TikTok, and I've mentioned this to you before too. Like, I get so frustrated because I've put together these videos where I'm like, I'm just trying to share my opinion and what I
Mm.
like. Not everyone's gonna like. I'm not here to influence you. I'm here to inform you because you're smart enough to make your own decisions. And the ball just kind of started rolling. And I think the stupidest thing, my account blew up because I posted a video about a mop and a bucket. And
Wait, has this anything to do with WAP,
with
with
no,
Cardi B?
no, not with Cardi B. It was an actual mop bucket. Like,
Okay.
there was no dance, there was no
Okay.
song, there was no nothing. I got this mop and bucket off of TikTok Shop because I was about to do this move out clean for a lady, and she wanted me to scrub the walls and the ceilings, and she wanted me to use Fabuloso, and people either loved it or
Wait,
they
on the
hated it.
ceiling?
On the ceiling, because
What?
she burned a lot of incense. She
Oh,
was
okay.
big
That
incense
makes sense
burner.
now. I'm just like,
I know.
what?
That's exactly
Mop
what
the
people
ceiling.
saw. They're like, my gosh, she's ruining this lady's house. And I'm like, no, like she paid me to do this. And just for some reason, I was like, I'm gonna record it.